Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today we have an update on my rolling Project 10 pan. This is just an ongoing project pan for the year of 2018. This project has been going on pretty much since January, and basically every time I use up a product, I add another product in to take its place, which is why it's called a rolling project pan. So I have actually made a really good amount of progress this past month. A lot of the products I've made a lot of progress and they're almost gone, but they're not quite gone. I also used up, let's see, so since the last update, I used up completely one product. Another product I decided to declutter, and another product I used up to the point where I was satisfied and I've decided to be done with it and declutter it. So that means that I will be rolling in 3 new products this time around. So let's go ahead and talk about, let's see, what do I want to talk about first? Do you see this cat? Right here, curled up behind me. Oh my god. Ridiculous. Alright, I'm going to start with the non-makeup products. So I do have a couple of hair and body care products in this project. The first one being the Everyone Lotion in the Coconut Lemon scent. I did really well this past month using this. The real reason why this is in the project is just to encourage me to actually use body lotion when I get out of the shower. I did make some really good progress on this, and I'm just excited to keep the momentum going on this one. It's a huge bottle. It'll probably take me another several months to actually use it up completely, but that's going really well. Next thing is a hair product. This is the OGX Moroccan Smooth Perfection Blowout Cream. I started storing this upside down because it was getting pretty low, so these marks are from when I was storing it upside down, and now I've started marking it on the other side to show now that it's being stored upside down. Anyway, that was complicated, but doing really well on this. So this is where we were last time around when I was storing it this way, and now we are to here. I'd say another couple months I should be able to use this up, no problem. Been using it pretty much just as a leave-in conditioner for after I wash my hair. I use it almost every day because I wash my hair almost every day. I know that's a big no-no, but I do it anyway. But yeah, it smells really good. I don't really care that much about this product. Like, I don't feel like it's a necessity in my hair routine, but I'm using it just so I can use it up and get it out of my life. Next product is the Acure Dry Shampoo. I've talked about this a lot and how, because this is in my project pan, I actually started out not really liking this product, and now I really like it, and I think that is thanks to kind of almost having to force myself to use it since it's in my project pan, and I feel like now I actually kind of like it, and it's almost gone. I've been using it most days to kind of just add some volume to my hair. I forgot to use it today, but I'll do it later. So just a little bit left here. I've pretty much made it all the way down to the very bottom. Probably just, I don't know, probably another week's worth of use here, and then it'll be gone. So very, very close to the end on this one. I'm excited about that. Yeah, I'm happy with my progress here, and I do like this product, but I don't know if I'll repurchase it once it's gone, because I really want to try some other. I actually have my eye on the dry shampoo from the brand Hemp's. They sell it at Ulta. It's a little bit pricey, but I feel like I could probably use a coupon on it, so I'm really curious about that one. And I think I just kind of prefer spray-on dry shampoos, but this has been a really nice one, just for adding volume. But it does. This is like a straight-up white powder, so you have to be kind of careful because it will leave a white cast. But they do make one for brunettes too, so if you have dark hair, you may want to go for that one. Anyway, talking way too much. Alright, and then the last hair product is the Smith Base Coat Serum. Once again, a lot of progress. So today when I went to use this, actually, I had to actually press the pump more times than usual because there was like air coming out, which means we're getting very close to the end. I think that this line, it's kind of an approximation, but I'm pretty sure we're really close. I mean, this bottle feels almost empty at this point, so again, probably just another week on this one. Very exciting. Okay, let's talk about the last non-makeup product. Once again, almost gone, but not quite. This is the Dickinson's Witch Hazel Cleansing Astringent. This is just witch hazel. I've been using it mostly as a toner for my face. I read online there's a couple other uses that I'm trying to use it for, so I read that you can use it to kind of like freshen up your underarms. So I used it for that a few times. And you can also use it to help get rid of bruises. And so I'm wanting to try that because my legs have been bruising really easily lately, so maybe I'll try it on that. Anyway, so lots of progress here. we're getting down to the very bottom. I made more progress this past month than I did in the last 2 months before that combined, so that's pretty good. I would say, I mean, if I keep going at this rate, this should be gone within a couple weeks, so by the next update, I'm sure, hopefully, fingers crossed, that this will be completely gone. Oh wait, so there was one other non-makeup product in that one I did use up in the last month, and I didn't save it. I forgot that I needed to save it for this video to show you that it is indeed empty, but I ended up, it was in my last empties video, and then I, of course, just threw it away after that. So, but anyway, it was the Lush Cup of Coffee Face and Body Mask. I used that up pretty quickly after my last update, so that is gone, and that I will be replacing with a new product, which I will share at the end. So that takes care of all the non-makeup. Now onto the makeup. The Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana highlighter. This I did really well on this month. I feel like I've just made some really good progress this past month. I'm very excited about it, very proud of myself. Pat myself on the back. So this I used a few times as like an all-over face powder. I don't love it for that. I feel like it always makes my skin look a little bit dry and cakey when I use it all over the face, which is kind of counterintuitive because you would think it would make your skin look a little bit more like dewy and luminous, but for some reason it ends up looking a little bit heavy on the skin. But I will continue to probably use it for that purpose whenever I feel like it, just to kind of use it up faster, but it definitely made a lot of progress. I expanded the pan quite a bit, I think, this past month, and I've also just been using it as a highlighter. I've used it for my brow bone highlight a lot, and also just to like clean up eyeshadow when I'm done, because I always make a mess around my eyes. So it's been really good for that. I enjoy this mostly just as like a subtle glowy highlighter, but usually I layer it underneath another highlighter because I like a little bit more of a bright shimmery highlighter, so I usually layer underneath. Anyway, but yeah, happy about my progress on this one for this past month. I feel like I made more progress this month than I did in previous months, and that's probably mostly because I used it several times as an all-over face powder, so hopefully I can keep up the momentum on this one. So for the 100% Pure Dual-Ended Cream Shadow Stick, I am getting really close to the end on the side called Cotton. This is just a light shimmery pink, very pretty. I use it as like a base shadow all over the lid pretty much every single day. I take it around the inner corner too. Really nice just base cream shadow. So that one's going really fast. I don't know how many more times I'll be able to sharpen it, because I mean you can see we're getting really close to the end there. So that, I'm predicting that side I'll be able to use up within the next month. The other side called Silk, it's a little bit more of like a medium toned shimmery taupe color. This I don't use as much of it whenever I use it, because typically I'll just use it either just as like a liner on the lower lash line, or I'll use it as a base cream shadow just in like the outer corner. So I'm just not using as much of this at a time, so it's taking a little bit longer to use up. But I did make a little bit of progress on this past month as well. I marked it here, which you'll see in the close-ups. I feel like I've made the exact same amount of progress on Silk every single month, because when I look down at where I've been marking it, it's like the same exact amount every single month. So that's interesting. But yeah, so that, we're just trucking along on this one. I don't know how long it'll take, but I definitely think that Cotton will go much faster than Silk. Okay, next makeup product I've decided to declutter. It is the Sonia Kashuk Sheer Melon lipstick. I said in my last update that I was planning on keeping this until the end of the summer, since it's such a spring and summer shade, and after that, if I hadn't used it up completely, then I would just declutter it. There's pretty much no progress to show on this month, because I think I only used it once. And I decided to just go ahead and declutter it now. I don't enjoy it. It's pretty much like a lip gloss in the form of a lipstick, and I feel like the formula has started to get even a little bit mushier, so it's harder to control. I feel like it just looks gloopy on the lips, and I don't know, it's just gross at this point. I don't really like wearing it. I haven't wanted to reach for it, which is why I haven't. I have other lipsticks in my collection I would rather wear, and so I've decided to just go ahead and declutter this now. I shouldn't keep it lying around if I'm not enjoying it. And it's the oldest lipstick in my collection. It's really old. I think it's like 3.5 years old at this point, so I should just get rid of it now. I know I could stick to my word and keep it till the end of the summer, but realistically, I know I'd probably only end up using it like a couple more times, and that would just be times that I like force myself to use it and I wouldn't even enjoy it. And that's not what makeup is all about. Like, makeup is meant to be enjoyed, so I've decided to get rid of that and just move on to something else, which I'll talk about in a second. So next thing is the Wet n Wild Smoke and Melrose Color Icon 5-pan palette, whatever. Okay, this was limited edition back in like fall of 2014, so again, very old product. This is, let's see, 2014, now it's 2018. So it's almost 4 years old now. So I had said originally that my goal here was to use up the mauve shade and just use as much of these other remaining shades as I could. This shade up here I used up long ago. So I think I'm ready to get rid of this now. I didn't completely use up the mauve shade. There's still a little bit around the edges, but I'm happy with the amount of use that I got out of it. I feel like I definitely got my money's worth out of this little palette here. I am ready to move on to some other things. I feel like all these shades I pretty much have elsewhere in my collection, so I don't want to keep hanging on to it anymore because A, it's really old, B, I didn't even spend that much money on it, and C, it's just kind of taking up space. I did enjoy using it in this project. I think I definitely got some really good use out of it, but at this point it's getting hard to get any of this mauve color on my brush, and I don't think it's worth going to the trouble of repressing it because I just don't think it's worth my time. And again, I'm really happy with the amount of progress I made on those other 3 shades. I think you'll be able to see in the close-ups that I did expand the pan on those 3 a lot this past month. So anyway, I'm happy about this. I'm happy to see it go. I enjoyed having it while I did, and ready to move on to something else. Now I think it's time to talk about the 3 products that I have chosen to roll into the project. So I've actually already mentioned this in a couple of my previous videos, I'm not sure which ones, but I kind of gave you guys a spoiler that I decided to add this blush into the project. So this is the Brooke Cosmetics Pressed Cheek Color in Sweet 16. It's a beautiful blush. This is actually a sample size. It only has 1.8 grams of product in it, which is a lot smaller than a standard blush. So hopefully this won't be too hard to use up. This is one of my favorite blushes ever. I've spoken very highly of this blush for, pretty much since I started my YouTube channel. I got it in a subscription box a few years ago now, so it's getting pretty old, and I feel like it shouldn't be too hard to use this up. So that's the first one. So far I haven't hit pan on it, but we'll see. And then the last 2 products I've decided to add into the project are also makeup products. The first one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Nude Ivory. Ooh, the sun just came out. This is the oldest foundation in my collection. I don't like it as much as I used to. I still find it to be very usable, and I still enjoy it as long as I use like a sponge to apply it, and I don't know. I still enjoy using it, it's just not my favorite foundation anymore. I am not exactly sure how much is left in here because this is one of those products that even if you leave it sitting upright for a long time, you're not going to be able to see how much is left because it kind of just coats the sides all the time. So I am just guessing here. I'm pretty sure we are about to there now, so more than halfway. I don't think there's a ton of product left in here because when I take the applicator out, there's not a whole lot on there, so I have to kind of like scrape the sides. So hopefully, I really have no idea how long this will take to completely use up, but yeah, so there's that. And then the last product I decided to add in is this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. It's not particularly old. I think I bought this back in October of 2017, so it's less than a year old, but it's just not a product that I really like all that much. I don't really think it does a whole lot. But I don't think it'll be difficult to use up because these primers only have 0.47 fluid ounces, I think, unless I'm mistaken. So not a lot of product. That's less than half of what you would get in a standard sized primer. So yeah, e.l.f. needs to, actually no, I think they are now selling it in a bigger size, but now they're charging $10 for it, which I think is ridiculous. But anyway, that's not the point. So this is one of those airless pumps where the more you pump it, well actually here, I'll show you. So the packaging is very deceivingly bulky because you can just twist that part off and then this is it. This is the primer in there. So when you press the pump down, the thing inside here pushes upward, and so I hope that makes sense. But anyway, so my marks on here will be going up instead of down. So anyway, we have, I think, a little bit less than half left of this now, so which is crazy because I don't feel like I've even used it that much. So like I said, I don't think this will be too difficult to use up. Maybe I can even use it up by the next update. Who knows? So yeah, I'm just going to try to use this every day. It's not my favorite primer. I don't really think primer is a necessary step for me anyway. I'm just not that into it. Maybe someday I'll find a primer that just knocks everything else out of the water. But anyway, I just want to use this up, get it out of my collection, because I don't think it's that special, and I don't hate it so much that I want to just get rid of it, but I do just want to use it up. Okay, so those are the 3 products I've added in: this blush, the foundation, and the primer. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this project. I feel like we're really moving now. I'm pretty sure I can predict that by the next update, a month from now, a lot of these like body care and skincare products and hair care products will be used up too. I don't want to jinx myself, but that's kind of what I see happening. So very excited about that. I'm pretty sure once I use up a lot of these non-makeup products, I probably will just replace them with makeup, because I feel like I'm ready to dive in more to panning more of my makeup. I'm excited about that. So that is where we are on this project. I'm excited about my progress. So what is this? I think this is like the 4th update now, because this is May. Yeah. So this is like the 4th update. I do these updates just about every month, a month apart. So if you would like to follow along on this little journey here, make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.